Hey guys, what's up? It's Tyler. If you have not seen Thor Love and Thunder yet, I advise that you do not watch this video. There are spoilers throughout this whole podcast. But if you want to see a spoiler-free review, I'm going to need you to click the link in the description below so you can enjoy a spoiler-free review.
All right.
Oh, yeah.
Why are you so excited, bro?
I mean, you're really gonna ask me that question? Like, it's
of course.
It's finally here. This is episode 1.
Episode Juan.
And Tyler.
Yep.
This is the Let's Be Real podcast.
We're trying to figure some things out here still. At least I am. All right. Yeah. Welcome to Let's Be Real. This is a movie podcast that we'll be doing.
Oh yes.
Two best friends
That anybody
talking
can have
about movies.
all day, every day.
Talking about movies.
Movies and films and TV shows.
Yeah, definitely. Oh yeah, definitely TV shows. Right now we're talking about Thor Love and Thunder. We got a popcorn tin when we went to go see the movie.
Love and Thunder.
Love and
Thunder. Niece.
All right. But all right. So how do you want to start this off? Oh yeah, you have a dad joke that
Yeah.
you don't have loaded up yet.
Yeah, I'm just loading this up right now, sir.
It has to be Avengers related.
So
Thor related.
what is Thor's favorite food? I really want you to guess, like a food. What is Thor's favorite food?
Pop-Tarts.
No.
No? He eats Pop-Tarts in the first movie. He loves them.
Yes, he does.
It's a whole box.
But it's incorrect.
What is it?
Tortillas.
Damn it.
And that is the dad joke
That's
of the
so
episode.
bad.
Tortillas.
I don't know about that one.
Tortillas.
Tortillas. What's in your bucket?
Some popcorn.
Oh.
Some Pop Secret.
Mine's empty. Oh, there's popcorn in here.
Oh my gosh. It's Pop Secret, not a sponsor. But so we're here to discuss.
This is Pop Secret?
We're here to discuss Love, Thor, Love, Thor and Thunder.
There you go. That's it. That's the movie title. Remember that.
Thor, Love and Thunder. What did you?
I liked the movie.
You liked it?
I did. I really did.
Okay.
It was really good.
All right.
I thought it was a lot better than Doctor Strange.
Oh, we don't even need to bring up
Multiverse
that.
of
We don't
Madness.
need to bring that up.
I couldn't even hear it in the theater when I was
Yeah, I remember.
so quiet.
But we don't even need to talk about that massacre of a movie.
Yeah, I didn't. They should have just called it WandaVision season finale.
Should have just been like a part of her show for sure.
Yeah, WandaVision season finale.
It was more of a movie that was like, it seemed like it was more about America Chavez than Doctor Strange.
I thought it was more about WandaVision than it was.
No, yeah,
Doctor
it's
Strange.
definitely like.
You have a different keychain than I do.
Yes, what?
You have Stormbreaker.
Yes,
I don't have my keychain with me, but you have Stormbreaker, and I have Mjolnir.
Bro,
And I love Mjolnir. I like Mjolnir more than Stormbreaker.
Not a sponsor.
What's that?
Well, you know,
Stevia? Mighty Thor?
it's that Mighty Thor. It's that Mighty Thor cup from the movies.
No, but so going back to the keychain, so you have Stormbreaker. You like Stormbreaker?
I do like Stormbreaker.
Well, I have mine is Mjolnir, the hammer.
I do like Stormbreaker.
I like the hammer more than.
Speaking of Stormbreaker and Mjolnir, such a weird name to pronounce. That relationship in that movie was actually interesting when it came to Thor.
That was hilarious. It was like his two like past girlfriends like in the same room.
Well, if you think about it, 3.
3, yeah,
including Jane Foster.
including Jane.
Oh,
I love that.
He tried getting Mjolnir,
and then Stormbreaker just comes out of frame, just like in slowly.
When he tried to get him to like steer the ship, he was not working right away.
No,
and he didn't want to do it what he was told to do. Thor pours beer on him. That was hilarious.
I thought he was gonna get drunk and take him somewhere else.
That came up in my mind.
That was funny.
And then the goats started to scream again.
I liked the goats the first time they introduced them with the scream. It was kind of funny, but after a while, it just got annoying. Really, to me. That's the part I said when I walked through your door. I said I don't. There's a part in the movie I didn't like, and it was
That was the part you didn't like.
the goats. I think that's it. Everything else is good. I wish I would have saw the other thing I didn't like.
No, let's go ahead and talk about things we didn't like.
Yeah, we're kind of all over the place right now.
And that's okay.
But
it's a podcast.
It's the first episode. It's episode 1.
No, it's just a podcast. It's a codcast, whatever you want to call it.
It's a codfish.
I'm eating popcorn. Have a good time. Let's go.
The other thing I didn't like, I wish we would have seen more of Gorr the God Butcher. More of Christian Bale's character.
The backstory?
Not so much the backstory. I would have liked to see him butcher more than just one god.
No, I mean, he butchered a lot more.
But I would have liked to...
It happened...
They didn't really show it. It happened in the background. It happened through exposition.
Exactly. Which That's the... Okay, if I had anything bad to say about this movie is... Well, before I say anything, a lot of people don't like the movie.
Really? I haven't heard that.
Bro, it's all over YouTube. You type in Thor Love and Thunder. There's so many just people that are like,
I haven't watched.
This movie was bad.
Really?
I'm like, I don't agree. I think this movie was great.
I didn't want to watch any, or listen to any type of review about the movie that was, I didn't want it to influence
any thought
what I had to say. Right.
So
I really enjoyed the movie.
Oh no, dude! I love the movie. I absolutely do. My only problem with it was I don't. Oh, by the way, there's gonna be spoilers all through this whole episode. Don't watch this if you have not seen the movie.
We'll put it in the title.
We'll put it in the intro. Actually, we'll put a little.
We'll put it in the title.
But I wish he didn't die in this movie. Because the fact is, you're like, I wish you would have seen him, slaying the other gods. Like, if this would have went on between, Thor 4, which was Love and Thunder, and then the next one, I thought it would have been perfect. But for some reasons, which I'm not complaining, it was still a great movie.
I would have liked to see him slay that one god. That was the big, massive dinosaur thing where he goes and gets Civ. I would have loved, if that's the first introduction we saw of Thor and, Gorr the God Butcher together on screen versus the end of the movie, I think that would have been a lot better.
We saw them in
they're on Asgard.
Yeah, we saw them in New Asgard together.
But that would have been cool. A New Asgard. That scene was really cool. And then, we also got introduced to Jane as Mighty Thor. Mm-hmm. But it would have been cool to see Jane as Mighty Thor, Valkyrie, and Thor also trying to fight this guy on that one planet where Civ is, and see that one god, see how he takes him down.
Yeah,
and then Thor just he realizes that he's not strong enough yet to defeat him. Then he can go.
You're talking about Gorr.
Yeah, Thor. No, Thor.
You're talking about Thor isn't strong enough.
Thor isn't strong enough to defeat Gorr yet, and then he goes and talks to Zeus. That would have been cool to see.
Well, I don't know. It kind of. I see what you're saying, but if you think about it, I don't think that would have ever happened because Thor is already an established god, and his strength and his fighting ability is already miles ahead of Gorr's. See, that's the thing. I feel like the timeline. It's Gorr just became Gorr the God Butcher when he got the Necro sword in the movie when he slayed the god. And then
his god betrayed him, by the way.
Yeah,
he gave his life for him.
And then he gave up, and then he went on a killing spree.
Right.
So it's the timeline. I wish they would have it kind of explained how long Gorr was slaying every god. Because that would have made sense to be because you see them fighting each other first, and Gorr does a lot of damage to Thor. He is fighting against him, putting up a good fight against Thor. And I was like, oh dang, it's Gorr. It's the whole Kylo versus Rey thing.
Right.
Rey just shows up and just starts almost kills him, and you're just wait, how did he develop all these powers? So it's if there was a timeline, this went over the course of this many years Oh, okay, that makes sense why he's so strong already when Thor encounters him the first time.
And they could have explained the Shadow Realm a lot more.
Oh my god, dude, that I really feel like. See, I don't like Sony for this reason, bro. Like they have Null, which is the god of the symbiotes who created the Necrosword. So it's like you can't really incorporate him into the MCU yet, unless that's like contract talks and everything, like they had to do with Spider-Man.
Who was the one that had the sword that one god killed?
That was they're saying that was just one of the shadow monsters
that tried to kill him. But he
Yeah.
grabbed
Yeah.
because you grab that sword, it like corrupts you.
Yeah, well, the sword was calling to him.
Right.
So it does corrupt you. It it kills you. Same effect that the cancer and the oh my god, I hate pronouncing the name. I just like to call it the hammer. Mjolnir had the same effect to Jane.
It was draining her.
It was
giving her life, but also draining what was left of her.
That's exactly what the Necrosword was doing to Gorr. It was draining him.
Yeah.
So, but so the bad stuff we just discussed. But like, man, how about you highlight your? Tell me who your favorite character in the movie was, and why.
My favorite character in this one was Thor.
Thor?
Yeah. I mean, I like this version of Thor.
He was all around. I think he was all around great.
Funny, I think so too.
He was serious.
Funny, especially when he was like, when we introduced him in the beginning of the movie, and he's with the Guardians of the Galaxy, and he gets on Stormbreaker and rides it like a witch. It just flies away.
I was like, oh, okay.
Right. Yeah, and then like he's over there like preaching to everybody, and he's like on a rock, and he gets shot. Like he doesn't get shot physically, like his poncho gets shot. Like you see.
Yeah.
It gets shot, and he turns around and he like takes his jacket off, and he's dressed like a human. He's not dressed like an Asgardian. Mm-hmm. He's dressed like Peter Quill. He's got like a similar like red vest with the white jacket, like the white shirt, and then the jeans. That I like that scene. That scene was pretty cool.
Oh yeah, that was hilarious. I thought he was very good, like all around. Just Chris Hemsworth did a great job in this movie.
Definitely, and it was great to see Natalie Portman back. The last one she was in was in the
Dark World.
The Dark World.
A lot of people hate that movie too.
That movie's no good.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I actually like it.
I didn't really like it. It was kind of, for it introducing the Reality Stone, it wasn't really that good, honestly.
I mean, that's when she encountered the ether.
Right.
I really think that's what gave her cancer.
Oh, I think so too.
So that's why I think Dark World is very important.
Oh yeah.
It's just a slower movie.
It is. I mean, that was kind of like what Marvel was doing at the time. Iron Man 1 was like a little slow.
Yeah.
Captain America: First Avenger was a little slow.
Yeah, for sure.
You know what I mean? You know,
definitely.
Hulk was a little slow.
So, yeah, the Hulk one was slow too. Yeah, I agree.
With Abomination.
Oh yeah, that was such a good movie though.
That was such a great movie. A lot better than the one we had previously.
He's coming. They have Abomination's going to be a She-Hulk.
Yeah, he was in Shang-Chi.
It's the original actor.
Yeah, he was in Shang-Chi.
Yep.
When he went to that one place with
yeah, you saw him fighting against Wong.
Yeah.
But
that movie was great, by the way. We're not talking about that. But
Shang-Chi no, we'll definitely be talking about that.
Oh, we will
in the future. We will. Definitely one of my higher ranking Marvel movies.
I loved it.
But I would say my favorite though is Gorr in the whole movie. Gorr the God Butcher. I was really looking forward to Christian Bale playing a villain because we're all used to him being Batman.
Yeah,
that's like his darkest character. And Batman isn't like the nicest guy. He's not really a good guy or bad guy. He's a vigilante. He's an anti-hero. He's dark. He's got secrets. But this movie like really enhanced like his ability to be like creepy. Like the way he would smile to the kids, he would just pop out of the shadows. I got a little freaked out a little bit.
Yeah, when he came up behind what's Heimdall's kids?
Axel.
Axel.
Well, that's not his name, but that's what I remember him at.
Astrid is his Asgardian name.
Astrid? I don't know.
Astrid is his Asgardian name. Axel is what he wants to be called.
Yeah,
it's
Axel.
His human name.
Yeah, which I think is a cool name, honestly.
I think so too.
And we're back. Just had to get a little more popcorn.
Where'd we go? Oh, popcorn.
Well, where did I go? I went to go get popcorn. I don't know where you went.
I stood right here. Well, I sat.
You stood right here.
I stood right here.
Interesting. So back to Axel, what you were just saying.
Yeah. So he's telling the story of Thor
Yep.
when they're captured, and he's just like,
Oh, when they're in the cage.
yeah,
The spiky cage?
Yeah, and he's like trying to calm the kids down by telling them the story. And
Sorry. It was really good popcorn.
and yeah, and then Christian Bale or Gorr the God Butcher just shows up behind him and is like, "Oh yeah, tell me more. You know what I mean? Like he's like egging him on. Like, I thought that was good.
Kind of like Joker vibe. Like,
yeah,
just like, tell me more, tell me more, tell me more. Like, come on. And
Yeah.
he's trying to like creep him out. He's like, he pulls the snake out. He goes, oh, there's only one thing he likes. He likes to have his head ripped off too. And he rips the snake's head off. I'm like,
yeah.
what the heck, bro? Like, this guy is.
Oh well, he did, and he threw it at the kids.
That guy, I was like, wow, this guy did a really good job. Like his facial expressions, he just looked.
He's a method actor, and like it's like he does a really good. Like I don't know if you've seen his American Psycho. That movie is amazing, and him in that movie is just amazing. Like it's a lot of him like being like very monotone in the face, but like he's very like in his narration like very like expressive. But because he's a businessman, he lives in the business world, he can't really show too much expression, otherwise I think he's weak. But anyway, that's a great movie. So Christian Bale is also a great actor. He can just really blend the two worlds together.
He's a very good actor.
Yeah.
He's not just here to play Batman and superheroes. He's a villain, bro. Like I was he kind of had like a Kylo Ren appearance for me. Like every time Kylo Ren came on the screen with his mask on, he was so captivating you just could not take your eyes off.
Yeah.
Like when Gorr the God Butcher is on screen, you're just like drawn in. You're like, ah man, this guy is really good.
Yeah.
But he died.
He did die.
In exchange for his daughter to come back.
His daughter to live. Which I think anybody would really do.
Yeah. But now it's up in the air. Like what's next? Like what villain is next? It can't be Null, like I said earlier.
Who knows? Who knows?
I don't know. Isn't there a? I mean, what, like Chaos King? What is that his name or something like that?
I don't know.
Chaos King. He's like a super like. There's like a theory out there that he like is like the one that was behind the Necro Sword. But
he might, because where the sword is, well, the sword shattered, but then it also recombined with Mjolnir. So Mjolnir's power, like it cracked. It was broken. It was Thor and Loki's sister broke it, and
which is crazy because it's like, where did she get it from?
What do you mean?
Where'd she get the Necro Sword from?
She didn't get the Necro Sword. Thor threw the hammer at her. She caught it and broke it.
Yeah. She had some type of weapon though. Didn't she?
No.
Her like antlers or whatever they were?
No. She had powers.
I could have sworn she had like a weapon. I gotta rewatch that movie.
No, she didn't have a weapon. She would like control people. She took over Asgard.
Yeah, she slayed everybody. Like,
yeah. I mean, yeah.
Destroyed Asgard.
Definitely. It's no more.
Evil stepsister.
But anyway, she broke it, and then like that was on where New Asgard is.
Yeah.
So right in that place, nobody can move it. So right in that place, they built it up and did like a little thing for it.
Which I thought was cool.
Yeah, I thought even like the little tiny shards, like nobody could lift it because
nobody's worthy enough.
Right. So like nobody's worthy enough for the power of Thor to lift that hammer.
Unless you're Jane Foster.
Yeah. Well, the hammer called to her. She went to New Asgard, and then she was walking around and she saw where the hammer was, and the hammer put itself back together, and I guess she grabbed it, or it grabbed her.
But she did a good job.
But I like how she can throw it and then it breaks apart and it hits more people.
Yeah, that's something that Thor couldn't do. I mean, well,
it wasn't cracked.
Wait, speaking of like new things, like we got to see some new powers too.
From who?
Thor.
As far as what?
I've never seen him. He's like, whoever possesses this can literally have the powers of Thor. just for like a moment, just for like now, just like.
Oh, yeah. So that's an enchantment that he'd say. His father said it to the hammer in the first movie.
Yeah, but not to like popcorn.
Well, he's a god.
Yeah, but not to like a group of people.
Well, no, he said it to the
hammer.
No, he said it to the lightning bolt of Zeus, and then he gave with the lightning bolt. He gave the kids temporary powers of Thor, which I thought that was really cool.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Like before, that, we've never seen that before.
No, yeah, definitely.
I was like, that's another thing. They got Zeus's bolt. They got his weapon.
Yeah, which they shot him with.
They made him look weak.
He was definitely how you would describe Zeus.
Just talking about orgies.
Greek mythology, like
Or you're not invited to the orgy.
Yeah, like that's.
I don't care, bro. I don't care about that, man.
That's Zeus in Greek mythology, which I thought was hilarious because like here's this like god of lightning, right? And Norse and Greek mythology, and like all he wants to do is just like come to Earth, make a bunch of babies, and then just go back. And by the way, he has a wife on Mount Olympus.
Yeah, he does.
And that's basically what he was doing on that one planet they were at. I forgot the name of it.
You're talking about where they were in the...
Yeah, where Zeus was.
Yeah, not Olympia.
No, it was somewhere where they can hide, where they can be safe from Gorr the God Butcher.
Yeah, which Zeus right there just proved. He's like that. He's like, I am scared.
Yeah. And then the way he walks down the stairs, like lifts up his skirt.
Oh my god.
That was hilarious.
And then, you flick too dang hard.
Oh, you flick too hard, damn it. All the women pass out.
Even Korg's like, oh.
Yeah.
He's like, oh. Korg
was
amazing.
Hilarious.
I loved when they were talking about skating. You're like, oh, you still rollerblade? Yep. Korg, don't we do it every weekend? He goes, yep, skate bros for life. Skate mates for life. Skate mates for life.
Yep. I loved Korg. And he was trying to figure out the whistle, how to call the goats.
Not like that.
That's not it. Nope.
That's not it. when he got shattered, he goes, Thor, I'm not dead.
Turns out the only thing that...
the only thing that's alive in us is our mouth.
Face. Yeah,
it's our mouth. Like, Korg is hilarious, bro. Like, Korg is awesome. He's actually become one of my favorite characters.
I love when they introduced him in
it was Ragnarok. Endgame.
No, I'm sorry. They introduced him in Ragnarok, but in Endgame was one of my favorite ones. Was when they're playing Fortnite. It's like, oh, Thor, he's back.
Mm-hmm. He started yelling at the kid. If you don't, just threatening him. That's when he was fat Thor.
How'd you think about the workout montage?
Oh,
for Thor getting back into shape when he was telling the story to the kids.
It reminded me of me like 2 months ago.
When he was shaking the chain, he was running around.
He was depressed.
Yeah, he was. I like that they showed the image of Fat Thor sitting in Avengers Tower, just like.
He's got that big beer belly with the chains.
And then like Anthony Mackie's like, is he dead?
Yeah, bro. There's
I'm more excited for Thor movies or anything involving Thor in any of the Avengers movies.
At this moment, yeah.
Well, no, even before, like when Thor left halfway through Ultron, I was kind of bummed because like Captain America is my favorite, but I like Thor's movies more. I like Captain America for like just what he stands for. He's just a good human being. What I wish everybody in the world could be. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, yeah,
definitely. And he just wants to do good. He just
wants to do his right.
If he was a Jedi, he would die and like turn into a Force ghost immediately.
He would have died and he would have put his life down when they executed Order 66.
But you know,
he would die for his people.
But
in battle, he would.
I think the Thor movies are a lot of fun, especially when he's funny.
Oh yeah.
Especially like.
Well, that's just the culture of his people, though.
Yeah.
But they're unintentionally funny. That's the thing, like
because he doesn't understand Earth
humor
sayings
or
and
anything.
stuff.
Like they're like another. They smash something. That's like their humor.
Yeah,
That's
he
just
smashed the cup in the IHOP.
how they joke around and how they hang out and how loud they are.
Yeah.
That's just who they are.
Yeah, right. And then he just walks into a pet shop in New Mexico.
I need a horse?
And then he's like, we only have dogs and cats or
Give
whatever.
me one big enough to ride.
Exactly.
Like this, give me one big enough to ride. Sir, we don't. And then Padme shows up. You still need a ride? Hey, ready?
She hits him with the car twice. I love the scene when he's in the hospital and like they.
How dare you?
How dare you touch the son of Odin?
Son of Odin.
And then
They stab him with the needle, and he falls down. Like
I love that. That makes me laugh every time. How dare you touch the son
Bro.
of Odin?
The son of Odin. He's just down. I don't know what they injected him with, but I love when he picked up. And we're back. One had to go potty.
All right, we're done talking about Thor number 1. We're gonna talk about Thor number 3.
Well, that's what I was going back to.
Okay.
I mean,
Mjolnir.
Mjolnir.
It's MJ.
Mjolnir.
MJ, like Spider-Man.
Yeah.
And then
Mjolnir.
Mjolnir.
So Mjolnir.
Yeah.
Okay, so Mjolnir. When I was just talking, I was gonna refer when I said I love like when he picked up Mjolnir in front of Mighty Thor.
Mm-hmm.
He's like, I just wanted to just wanted to see. Just checking. That's all.
It's still worthy.
Yeah, that's why he's like, oh, okay, good. I just wanted to see. Here you go. I was like, oh my god, this guy is. I loved it too.
We haven't talked about Valkyrie. King Valkyrie of New Asgard.
Female King Valkyrie.
That's who she is.
That's who.
They are?
Yeah.
Okay.
She protects New Asgard very well. I love how she looked like she did not care in the beginning in that meeting.
No, she definitely said earlier and later in the movie she hates the politics of it.
Yeah, she said I miss being in battle with her sisters.
Yeah. And then she came packed like she had all her like swords and everything and then a portable speaker that looks like a grenade.
She's like, a hand grenade? No, portable speaker.
And they start dancing. A lot of classic rock throughout this movie.
Yes. Yes, it is.
It's good. Do you think that has to do with because of Guardians of the Galaxy? Because like after Guardians of the Galaxy, they started using a lot of classic rock music throughout.
I mean,
Thor and Guardians.
Yeah, because Thor is connected to Guardians of the Galaxy now.
And Peter Quill was abducted during the 80s, so there's a lot of songs from the 70s and 80s.
I remember this movie, Thor really didn't. He felt like he didn't know who he was. So I feel like him looking like Peter Quill.
Yeah.
Like inspiration.
Yeah.
When he was all like, just look into the eyes of the people you love, and he just like
he slides in front of his face, and he's looking at like everybody. Oh, and then he's like, "You have a great crew here," and then Nebula yells at Quill, "Hurry up!"
You have a great crew. Hurry up! I like Nebula. I actually like Nebula.
I really do too. She fits in so well with Guardians of the Galaxy, especially when especially when it's her, Mantis, and Drax, because they all don't understand like Earth.
They do not Earth. No,
I think it's Rocket Raccoon and Peter Quill. That's it.
Only
the only two that understand Earth stuff.
Yeah. Well, no, I don't even. Maybe not even him, because remember when
he doesn't know he's a raccoon.
Yeah, he's like a trash panda. Is that good? Is that better? No, it's worse. He's like, what is that? I don't know what that is.
Yeah.
Is that better? No, it's worse. It's worse.
It's like, yeah. But I love that team, and I love seeing Thor with them. I thought he was gonna call when getting reinforcements to go fight Thor the God Butcher at the end of the movie. I thought he was gonna get the Guardians.
Yeah.
But I liked it better that it was the kids from Asgard, from New Asgard.
Yeah, I thought that was actually good. I'm just glad it wasn't corny.
It wasn't the movie.
Because there could have been so many ways to make that so corny.
What, the end?
Yeah, just like when the kids, anything to like, no disrespect to kids, but in that moment, I feel like just certain movies would be corny with that aspect. Like all the kids are involved. No, but like
yeah, but these are not like
no, but these
They're not like human kids.
Like,
they're not from Earth.
Axel was like going crazy.
He was.
He was
And
destroying
then like
them.
when he opens the Bifrost, he opened it just like his dad did.
Mm-hmm.
That was awesome.
Bro, he's gonna be amazing. I can't wait to see his character like grow.
Yeah.
Like, man, there's so many elements to this movie though. Valhalla.
Really. Yeah, Valhalla. Seeing Valhalla on in there.
When he saw Sif, she goes, "No, lay me here to die so I can go to Valhalla." Well, no, technically, to get to Valhalla, you have to die in battle. So your arm is in Valhalla.
Yeah.
I'm like, your arm's in Valhalla. Technically, she's like, damn it. Like every Asgardian just wants to go to Valhalla.
That's it. Everybody from Norse mythology.
So they're like that's like the Viking.
That's their heaven. That's Viking heaven, Valhalla.
Bunch of mead.
There's a lot of mead.
Some good mead.
Mead is ale, which we still have.
Yep.
It's so if you
Yingling?
like Yingling, it's a dark ale.
Uh-huh.
So that'd be like a dark mead, but stronger because
Mead.
it's fermented in the barrel out in the sun.
Yes. Mead.
But
I thought, but we have to like. There's so much more to talk about. Like Jane Foster in this movie. Like
I like seeing Jane back again, and I like that. So it's a throwaway line in the beginning, but Christian Bale, no, not Christian Bale. I'm sorry, Christopher Nolan exists.
Yep.
In the MCU.
Yeah.
Because she mentions, to the kid sitting next to her when she was getting her chemo treatment, like, have you seen Interstellar?
Yes.
So, I mean, I was like, oh, like, look at that. Christopher Nolan exists in the MCU.
Yep. Because of Jane Foster.
Because of Jane Foster. And that probably had to been a nod to Christian Bale.
Mm-hmm.
Because he works a lot with
Christopher
Nolan, but they can't really mention...
They can't mention that.
They can't mention Batman.
No, they cannot.
No, so they used Interstellar.
Which made sense though.
And it is her book is about traveling through in space, traveling through wormholes. You know what I mean? That's basically what she did in Thor: The Dark World.
This is all crazy because if in the show Loki, if whatever happened in that show didn't take place, like none of this would be like crazy. Like this wouldn't. I don't think that this would, because of what happened in Loki, is like now like making a lot of sense for us to watch everything. Like, oh, how they time travel and how they do all that stuff.
Loki definitely takes place after the events of New York in the first Avengers.
Yeah, no, it does.
It really does. And that's because like that's when he gets arrested, because
when
that's
he took the suitcase with
the alternate timeline
with what's it called,
with the Tesseract.
Yeah, with the Tesseract
and the alternate timeline that's created by Loki, like jumping, because he did in the first Avengers movie, in the original he didn't time jump. He got arrested, and he was taken back to
by the
Asgard.
TVA.
No. He was arrested by Thor. He was taken back.
To Asgard.
Yeah. So, but when they go back in time in Endgame, they mess up, and they which causes Loki to time jump and creates that alternate timeline, and the TVA.
That's when they arrive.
That's when they arrest him. So that's when that show takes place to me. But yeah, no, you're right. I believe
it
that
does
that
take
is,
place.
Yeah,
There.
and I think that the Loki show and the WandaVision show,
yes.
and we haven't seen anything yet about Captain America yet, but I feel like all those shows are going to be so important too.
Everybody can come back.
Yeah.
At that point. And I believe that sometime in the future they're going to have to go through time travel, and they're going to have to bring people back.
Again?
No, like not necessarily like time travel, just for not be like to bring people back to fight somebody, to kill somebody, like just for that one moment.
They're gonna get back together again. They're gonna definitely. Everybody's talking about who thinks is going to be the next Captain America, who's going to be the next.
Well, they already
Man.
have a Captain America in place.
Well, yeah, but so
no.
I'm talking about like
who's the next
Iron Man.
Steve Rogers? That's what they're really should be asking.
Because nobody.
Well, that you can't like, because people are like, oh, because Anthony Mackie's playing Captain America.
Yeah,
that's who he is. Everybody's like, who's the next Captain America? Well, we already have a Captain America.
Yeah.
But what about Steve Rogers? Well, who's the next Iron Man?
Well, there is no Steve Rogers, and there is no next Iron Man because there is no next Tony Stark.
And that's what I'm saying.
There is whoever they have lined up next. Like Miss Marvel is.
I don't think they should ever use Iron Man again in a movie, because they actually killed off Tony Stark.
Right.
So it's like, please, I just hope,
So,
please don't try to bring these people back.
I don't think they will.
I hope not.
I think they're dead. They're dead. That's
It'll
it.
just cause too much confusion.
No, it will. They're gone. You know, Captain America, Steve Rogers,
So sad.
Tony Stark, Iron Man. They're gone.
So sad. I was more sad about Steve Rogers than I was Tony Stark.
I saw Tony Stark's death coming, but Steve Rogers, like,
Retiring, yeah.
he went back in time and became an old man with the love of his life.
Yep. He was late for that dance.
About 75 years late.
Yes, she was still there. Let's
Yeah.
talk about loyalty.
Yeah, really.
More loyal than your credit cards. Anyways, your credit
What?
card rewards.
What's in your wallet? Nick Fury.
Nothing. Oh, Nick Fury's in your wallet?
Yeah.
Interesting. So.
No, so speaking of Nick Fury, I love when Jane and Thor are at
Oh, yeah.
dinner, And he shows the
sees
phone.
Nick Fury.
and
Yeah.
Nick Fury's calling him.
He's like, oh, I gotta go.
I gotta
And
go.
then- oh, man.
And then they were arguing about cleaning, and he goes,
I
"Are
did
you gonna
dishes.
leave
It
me
was
here-
2 dishes.
Yeah, you're gonna leave me here with all this? There's only 2 dishes."
It's only 2 dishes. She's like, ah. I was like, oh, well, Thor's not used to being in a relationship.
Nope.
None of them. They're too busy to be. And I'm glad they highlighted that in the movie.
They're both.
They showed why they were not able to work together, like in a relationship.
Yeah,
But I'm glad they got back together in this movie.
but I like seeing that dynamic though, like especially when they were watching the horror film and he got scared. He grabbed Mjolnir and.
Yes. No, I did like how they got back together in the movie. It brought like a certain, I don't know, it made me like the movie even more. You know, she has cancer, she's dying. He's like, love is exactly what he needed, because what Peter Quill said to him in the beginning was absolutely true. You know, like, he's like, it's better to feel like crap than it is to feel nothing.
Yeah.
And that's so true, like, even in life, bro. Like, so it's just ridiculous. I was like, man, that hit me. I was like, dang. Peter Quill.
Really?
Dropping some knowledge.
Yeah.
Because he lost Gamora.
Right. Where's Gamora?
I don't know. That should be a series. Where's Gamora?
Why is Gamora?
Why is Gamora? When? Where? Who? How? We know how, where, and when. Thanos.
The snap.
Tyler blipped. But I thought Valkyrie was great. She does a good job. I'm excited to see. I want to get to know her character more, though.
Yeah.
I hope she gets like her own show or something.
I don't know. I mean, she just does new Asgardian stuff.
I mean,
Which
you
is
don't
on
think that'd be a
Earth.
cool show, though?
No,
About her and her sisters?
they all died.
Yeah, but like a prequel to it all?
Oh,
That's what I'm saying. Not like now. I'm talking like,
oh,
the
when they were
prequel.
on Asgard, yeah,
yeah,
that'd be
like,
cool.
I think that'd be really cool, because
All the Valkyries. Yeah, that'd be cool.
Valkyrie herself, bro, I like her character a lot.
I do too.
When we've seen her in Ragnarok. But as far as this Thor Love and Thunder, what other thoughts do you have on it?
I really enjoyed it. Like I said earlier, the goats were kind of annoying to me. But-
Erica, my wife Erica, she absolutely loved the goats.
Really, I feel
It's
like
because they were so random.
I think they just screamed too much.
But it was
Like,
just so random. It was funny.
It was funny. Like, it did make me laugh the first time, and then the second time I laughed. But then, like, okay, like the 4th, 5th, the 15th time, it's kind of annoying. And then, like, towards the end when they land on the planet and then they scream again, that was funny because it was just quiet.
Mm-hmm.
And then you hear the goat scream, which is funny. That was funny.
I liked it. Before we move on to, like, I want to talk about the end credits stuff too.
Okay.
So before we move on to that stuff, anything else you want to talk about from this movie?
Let's talk about the ending.
Yes.
Gorr reaches it to the Eternal.
Eternity.
Right. And
Who is just like a hologram, pretty much.
Right. And Thor was under the mindset that he was going to ask for all the gods to be wiped from everywhere.
Yeah, but all he wanted was his daughter to come back.
All he really wanted was his daughter. Which he did, but he sacrificed himself for his daughter. He was like, she's going to be all alone. He's like, no, she won't, because she'll have me. Thor. That's what Thor said. So Thor was like, he
did what his dad did with Loki.
He saved himself. Also, he saved himself, and also all the other gods that are there. But also, like, he saved basically the planet, because without, you know what I mean, like, without the gods, like, who's really gonna?
No, 100%. But he kind of did what his dad did with Loki.
Yeah.
Just
Loki was a frost giant.
Yeah, and he
took care of him.
Baby was just laid there. He picked him up, took him. Pretty much, kind of the same thing.
Yeah. Which I
But I love how I like how she called him Uncle Thor.
Yeah, I love that.
I was like, dang. So it's like, oh man, like
Gorr
and Uncle
Gorr.
He made her
Thor. Pancakes, but what do you call them? Flap cakes?
Yeah, I think he's like, these are flap cakes. You love flap cakes. Just eat them. We gotta get ready.
I don't like flap cakes. Yes, you do.
Yes, you do.
I don't.
Eat them. Get ready.
And then she's gonna wear her boots.
She did like the vision, and he's like, oh, you demon. You demon. And then
she didn't want to wear her fighting boots.
Yeah, she wore certain boots.
She wanted to wear her slippers.
He picked them.
And then he's like, okay, don't come crying to me when your feet are burning, and because you're gonna get no sympathy.
And then when he picked up Mjolnir, it was all drawn. He's like,
this is not coming off.
He's like, creative, cute. I love it.
And he gave her a Stormbreaker.
Yeah, which she even old enough to like use Stormbreaker? Like, did you think she's a little young to get it? So, well, she possesses some type of cosmic power. Because if you think about it, she had no powers before.
No, she had powers.
From how?
From how she was. You saw her eyes. Thor didn't do that to her. That was just her.
I know, but I mean,
she was shown when she was dying.
If you paid attention, when eternity is there, when you see her shadow, it's like her, but in the water, her reflection was like an eternity. All the eternity, it was like colored.
Oh, well then, yeah.
It was like eternity was like kind of, but it's like eternity's in her to keep her. Like that's how she came back. I don't know if you saw that.
No,
I saw that like in the reflection, because I know you said you want to watch it again.
Yeah.
If we both go, I'll point it out to you. Like
okay.
it's pretty cool. Like it's like when it shows the water, it shows her reflection, but it doesn't show her. It's like all of eternity in her as her reflection.
That's cool.
So I was like, that's probably how she has these cosmic powers now.
Yeah.
But I thought the movie was great.
Yeah,
I'm not giving my star rating in this episode. That'll be in the non-spoiler review.
We can give it here too.
Oh gosh, what are you doing?
We can do both.
All right, 1 out of 5 star. Or you want to? No, let's talk about the end credits first.
Okay, so the first end credit scene was
with Hercules.
Yes,
bro, Hercules.
And to see Zeus alive still, even though he got shot to the chest,
it made him look weak when he got shot in the chest.
Yeah,
he had to. He didn't.
He thought he was the most powerful god. Thor's a lot stronger than him.
But he was like, I'm gonna make them fear me now. Like they're gonna fear us again.
So that's you're asking who the next villain is for Thor. That's it. Hercules and Zeus.
It might not be Zeus though.
No, it's gonna be Hercules.
Well, Hercules, yeah, but I don't think that's gonna be the main guy. That's gonna be that Thor's worried about. Think about it. Thor might beat the crap out of Hercules. Zeus might get so mad he might bring in an evil entity, somebody evil to kill Thor.
Hades, his brother.
Hades, the Chaos King.
Yeah.
Like one of these freaking evil people. Like I want Noel to be in the MCU so bad because he is connected to the Necro Sword. It makes sense.
Well, they showed it.
Well, the Necro Sword is broken right now. It's in Mjolnir.
Right. That's what I was going to talk about earlier. Like it shattered, came back to part.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So unless Noel can recreate the Necro Sword, because that's what he made. He's the god of the symbiotes, and he made that sword.
Well, maybe.
But yeah, it was cool to see Hercules.
Yeah. Well, what movie was it? Then a No Way Home in the end credits.
Yeah.
When they send back Venom, a piece of the symbiote suit stays behind, so that could be.
Yeah, no, yeah, it does.
And then, and I know you probably haven't seen Morbius, but
no, not yet. And I plan to though.
And well, can I say?
Yeah, you can say it. You, first of all, you know how I am when it comes to movies. Like I don't care if I get spoiled with anything. I still go watch it.
I still watch it, but I feel like I'm not surprised as much. But So it's in
You
the
kind
end.
of are because you don't know exactly when it's gonna happen.
Exactly. Okay. So then in the end credits of Morbius, like you see the sky crack open
Mm-hmm.
from No Way Home.
Okay.
And
Oh, it's from Morbius' side.
yeah, because
Huh.
that's when they were still when they were gonna make a sequel
Yeah.
and stuff like that and have it part of the MCU, but the movie flopped. The movie was not good at all.
So Morbius,
Yeah,
it's not good at all.
it's not good.
Ooh.
The movie. So
But the end part, what you're talking about?
the end credit, because Vulture shows up. Vulture.
Yeah.
Yeah. The dad of the girl that he.
Which is cool because that's a Spider-Man villain.
Right. But I mean, I don't know. Like the movie wasn't good, so they're not gonna get a sequel, and then MCU is definitely not gonna put it as part of one of Spider-Man's villains. Because Vulture says, let's take down Spider-Man together, and he's like, all right, let's do it.
Yeah. Okay.
I mean, there are some major plot holes about Morbius.
I mean, they can always fix it though. MCU is.
I don't think they're gonna want it.
They
Honestly.
probably would just use a different character, like a different villain.
If they use Morbius, they're not gonna cast Jared Leto.
The same guy.
No, Jared Leto.
He was bad.
He was bad. You remember the Joker?
Yeah. He was just bad as Morbius.
bad.
So they'll probably just get somebody else.
Yeah. I mean, because Morbius is a pretty cool concept.
No,
character.
he really is.
Yeah. So we'll watch.
Okay, so
Next time we'll talk. You'll
so-
watch the movie. We'll talk about it next time.
yeah, for sure. I mean, it can definitely be one when we like rank Marvel movies. It could be like on the bottom list. We can go through like the worst ones.
Yeah, and it's one of their. The big plot hole is they don't really explain how he got.
His powers.
Yeah, I mean he gets him from a bat, but
It's like a vampire.
Yeah.
I really had a feeling they were going to connect him and Blade.
Yeah, I think that was the idea.
Which I'm excited to see Blade.
Yeah.
Is that Marvel or is that Sony?
No, that's Marvel.
Thank you, God.
But the original one, I
is
think
Sony. It is.
It's Marvel, but I don't think it's a Sony Pictures. The one with
not Sony. I'm sorry. It's a different production, but it's not like
I think it's the
this.
same.
It wouldn't be in the MCU.
It's either I think there's only one other company that was other than Sony and 20th Century Fox. I think it was like Lionsgate or something like that. I'm not 100% sure.
But like
I have
saying,
to watch them again to see which movie studio's logo trying to show up.
Yeah, what I'm saying is the old Blade, it wouldn't be a part of like the MCU story.
No. But I'm just I don't know who has the rights to it.
Yeah, which I'm hoping it's like an actual Marvel movie that's gonna be on Disney Plus. Is what I'm saying, like for the new MCU.
Yeah, that's if it was 20th Century Fox, then yeah, Disney would have the rights to Blade, to the originals.
Well, I'm talking not the originals. I'm talking about the new one.
Well, no, then they would have the rights.
Yeah.
To make the movie.
Okay. Well, hopefully it might have been 20th Century Fox.
Yeah.
But before we get too carried on talking about a movie that was so bad, Morbius.
Let's talk about one that was so good.
Let's talk about one that's so good.
So I have to look see what people are saying. Because I haven't seen anything negative about the movie.
It's all over YouTube.
I haven't. Well, see, I haven't been on. I didn't want anything to cloud my own judgment.
Yeah, I only looked at some just to. I was only looking to because I just saw it and it's just like, man, I don't remember everything, so I had to like listen to something.
Yeah.
And it was hard to find just a normal review talking about it. It was. Oh, I hate this movie. It's so bad. I'm like, dude, how did you hate this movie?
Well, there's 3 movie reviewers that I watch on YouTube. Shout out to them. It's Jeremy Johns, Chris Stuckman, and
I couldn't find a Chris Stuckman review on it.
He probably hasn't done one yet.
And
Jeremy Johns did one.
I should have watched him because I usually watch his stuff. Shout out to those guys. Really.
And John Flickinger, or the Flick Pick. I love those guys.
Okay.
My 3 favorite movie reviewers on YouTube.
Shout out to those guys for sure.
They're amazing.
They were in our shoes once.
Definitely.
But so we got Hercules in the end credits.
Yeah, and then
which I was excited.
I would love to see where they go from there. I didn't see too good of the face of the guy who plays him, so I'm gonna have to look him up and see who plays Hercules.
Yeah, no, I got you.
Just so I want to see what else he's done, and then go watch those movies and see how he is as an actor.
Might actually be his
he
first
might actually
big
be
role.
Really good. Oh, it could be, but he could be on television too.
Yeah,
So,
I've never seen him before.
Yeah, I didn't see his face too well. His pecs kind of took up the whole screen.
I wasn't looking at. I was looking at his face.
Oh well, I was trying to look at the face.
Interesting. His pecs they couldn't do it. They couldn't put any room above his head. They had to. It was.
I mean, Hercules is a really strong guy, so
I'm just glad it wasn't like a guy the size of Dwayne Johnson.
Oh man, I don't think anybody's.
This
as
guy
big as
looks a
him.
little smaller. He looks smaller. He looks more like Thor, almost like his size. His size.
Yeah, I mean he's half human, half god. There's only so much you can go
Yep.
unless you're the Rock. So
So, the second end credits.
second in credits, we see Heimdall, and
Yep, introducing
we see
Jane Foster.
She's
Entering
in Valhalla,
Valhalla.
because she died
Died
as
in
Thor
battle.
in battle.
Which is,
Valhalla looked amazing, all marble, white marble with gold.
I wonder what's gonna what's gonna look like in the future, like the story of that, because there's so many things with the MCU about like life after death, like even like with the Black Panther, how Black Panther said, death is not the end of in our culture. It's not the end of us. It's like the beginning of a new...
remember when he's like trying to like figure out his powers, like his strength and everything that he had, and he like goes to the tree of I don't know, I've seen it, been a long time.
Went to the tree,
went to that tree, and then he sees his father. His father had died in that bombing,
but his father looked normal.
His father looked how his age was when he died, but he looked, you know what I mean. So definitely there is something.
Yeah, which I'm excited to see, like if they go somewhere with that.
Yeah.
Valhalla looks so nice. I'm excited if we can ever see who else is in there.
Valhalla looks really nice. It's everybody that
all Thor's buddies.
Everybody.
The big
died.
Viking dude. I missed it. I forget his name.
I don't remember
the
his
redhead.
name.
He had like the red beard.
I like that Civ was still alive, because I liked her in the first movie.
Yeah, she's really good. I like her a lot too. But yeah, Valhalla. It looked amazing. I'm glad Heimdall
was there.
Was the one like
doing the gatekeeping.
Is he like the gatekeeping of
I think
Valhalla?
so. I think yeah, because he gatekeep Asgard as the
which
for the Bifrost.
Which
he was a guard.
Which I forget. Elba. His last name is Elba.
Idris Elba.
Yeah, Idris Elba. He does a really good job
in anything he does.
Playing Heimdall. Like even though Heimdall's not like a main character, he plays a key.
He's a guard. He's very stoic.
But he plays a key role, but he plays that role so well.
Yeah.
And like the voice he does.
Definitely.
He's got the perfect everything for it, and I
think that's just his voice.
Yeah, I don't think they lowered
British.
it. I don't think they put an effect on his voice at all.
He's
either.
British, so
he's just that low.
Yeah, he's British, so he doesn't really have to do a fake accent. He just talks.
Well, Erica, she loved the movie.
That's good.
She said she gave it 5 out of 5.
That's awesome.
5 out of 5. And I was like, okay, like I'm glad like you liked the movie that much, because we had to do like a little cram session. We watched Thor, Dark World. We didn't watch Ragnarok because we just didn't get to.
Yeah.
But she remembers Ragnarok. She actually liked Dark World too, though. I like I said, man, I like Dark World. I do like that movie. I don't know. I mean, people are like, oh, people get too attached to certain directors, which I understand, but you gotta understand, man. Art, it's an art, and I feel like Dark World. Without Dark World, this movie doesn't exist.
Oh yeah, without any of the Thor movies, this movie doesn't exist. You can't do this movie.
Jane doesn't get cancer if she doesn't get hit with the ether. You know?
Yeah.
It doesn't. It ends up not making sense.
And she doesn't write her book, right?
Yeah.
She doesn't really believe in like time travel, because she never really not time travel, but like space travel. 'Cause she doesn't go to Asgard.
Yep.
To heal.
So, since I agree with you on everything you just said, and since we're both fans of this movie, we both really like this movie.
Yeah.
Now it's time to get to the nitty gritty. What is your 5-star rating on this? What is your rating out of 5 stars? This is like, let's be real.
Okay.
This is where you be real. Let's be real.
All right.
What is your 5-star rating?
I think 4.5 stars out of 5.
4.5.
Yeah.
Nice.
Just because I wanted to see more of the God Butcher. I wanted to see more of Gorr.
Okay.
And the goats were kind of annoying.
If there was any room between 4.5 and 5, that's what I would pick.
Okay.
I would pick, it would be like a 4.7, but
4.7.
But I can't do that.
4 3/4.
I'm going 4.5 as well.
So you're going platform 4 3/4.
I'm going 4.5. Because I just wish there was more of a backstory for Gorr I mean, we know the backstory, but I just wish we would have seen him slaying other gods.
Yeah, that's
Just like the little timeline of
yeah.
that. Other than that, though,
Same
man,
thing for me.
other than that, great movie. I was not disappointed whatsoever.
No, not at all.
Like, honestly, everything was great. If you don't think it's not great, I don't know what to tell you.
I'm sorry.
Go rewatch it again. Maybe
Yeah,
you
watch
might
it
think it's
again.
great. But yeah. So 4.5, huh?
Yeah, 4.5.
All right.
I think we're on the same boat here.
I think we're on the same book and the same page.
Same page.
Yeah, same page. The kids' page.
No,
They page with Mace.
they pay with me.
Yes.
All right,
All right.
that's it. Welcome.
Marvel Studios. Thor Love and Thunder. Only cinemas. Oh, geez, you're still here. Well, since you're still here, go ahead and like and subscribe. Turn on the notification bell. We really appreciate you guys watching. This is episode 1, Thor Love and Thunder. You guys have a great night and stay classy.